programmers. And so they created a tool called Grow Your Circle, which is essentially an open source database that allows U.S.-based agencies and producers to search for and find underrepresented talent, including those who identify as LGBTQIA, people who just come from generally diverse backgrounds, who are disabled, across production disciplines, including film and digital. So it's this resource that somebody who's making a commercial can utilize to put together a truly diverse creative team.
And Sam, I do believe we have a little bit of audio from their particular promo.
Great.
The advertising industry spends an estimated $20 billion on commercial productions annually. But when it comes to the people behind these productions, sadly, diversity is lacking. We realized this issue when we set out to run an entire production with a female-only crew for a client aimed at aspiring female entrepreneurs. We found it incredibly challenging to reach our goal, which inspired us to do something about it. We created Grow Your Circle, a tool that allows agencies and producers to find underrepresented talent across all types of production. The platform showcases a wider range of disciplines, including developers, editors, animators, and musicologists. And more importantly, it gives access to many underrepresented entrepreneurs who identify as LGBTQ, come from diverse backgrounds, or live with a disability.
I think it's interesting that that's out there because, Roxane, we're bringing you up to speed on when we first started discussing putting together our Enthusiastic Woman brand, we had a similar exploration process. We go, okay, we want to have a podcast and a spoof lifestyle brand that focuses on things that are targeting women, usually specifically Gen X women. And we started trying to go, well, if we want to have a web series, could we do it by hiring only women? And we were putting together a potential like YouTube series and some videos. And so we started looking for female directors and producers. And I remember we started asking around and we got the same thing where we'd go, hey, we're going to do this brand. We would literally love to hire a woman. And people came back with men's names.
Well,
yes, they did.
Here's what I say. You know, we're here at the Hutton House in Medicine Lake for the Mom Boss 5K, and a bunch of women went out and ran in the rain, and they're all together. You can hear them chattering in the background. And we're sitting here with the Enthusiastic Women podcast. My Pockets of Joy book is just within eye view of my booth here, and I'm over here at your booth. Here's the point. We're stronger together.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've learned that just in the time that I've been collaborating with all of you, in my friendship and my professional and personal interactions with Miss Shannon. We are stronger together. And as a female entrepreneur who has gone out into the world by herself and tried to make a dent, I have gotten further when I partner and collaborate with other women.
Right. Oh, you're absolutely right. Because even in the doing of this, we have... Sometime in the future, we want to do our web series, which is based on playing the characters that you see us do in our product promos, our fake product promos, and we developed some scripts for it. We have some little scripts, and we worked with... It's just easier when we work with women because they get it easier. Right. Not that the men who helped us weren't fantastic in doing their best, but it was hard to get to the point of working so hard to describe to them what we were trying to do.
Right.
Because they didn't understand that what we're constantly marketed to with this weird stuff.
There was a translation process.
And I think you know what that translation problem is? It is competition that becomes a barrier and subterfuge and static that prevents us from collaborating. And if we could just sweep all of that aside and help one another, I think we could go a lot further.
So true.
I don't have any strong opinions about this at all.
And we have, now that we have actively started working on it, we have, it really did require a mission so we can relate to what Grow Your Circle needed to do. Like, because it was even holding ourselves accountable when we'd go, well, we need somebody to work on this. Who knows a female designer who can do our banner? Today, we're here at the Mom Boss 5K, and we're like, we'd like to have a photographer come with us. And we intentionally went, well, we have this person. Well, no, we'll invite our friend Dallas Smith to come out and be part of this thing. And so it was reminding ourselves that was what we decided was going to be additionally part of our mission and holding ourselves accountable to that as well.
Yeah.
We've heard the phrase "good old boy network."
Yes.
Okay. Let's get some badass moms out
Right,
there.
exactly. So we are going to stick to that, and so we are going to, as we continue to work on these partnerships, again, we are not anti-man.
No,
They're just fine.
I
They're
actually
fine.
like men a great deal.
Exactly.
I
They
think
serve
they're
a
very
purpose.
beautiful, peculiar creatures, actually, and the world would be much different without them. I would miss them if they were
Yes,
gone.
and
Yeah.
especially the three moms, who actively are like, because Samantha has her bonus kids, but I mean, Roxane, you and I, Judy, we all have male kids.
Yeah, I've got
so
an
have a
adult
stepson.
son, as does
Yes.
Shannon.
Yeah, I have a son too.
So we all have, young men in our lives that we are trying to make sure that they grow up feeling accomplished and knowing that they can do everything. So we are not anti-man. Now, saying all that does not mean that you can't be pro-woman.
Right.
And actively work towards that
Right.
agenda.
Right.
So I'm excited to do that. So I think that this tool makes sense. I am a little disappointed that their name is Grow Your Circle, because I feel like that's a little broad.
Well,
And generic.
Yeah, generic.
At the beginning, we kind of lumped in that we see these ads that are, bad for women or racist or homophobic. The thing is the thing that we see all the time are ads that are racist.
Correct.
Yes.
That's the problem. So people could go and use this Grow Your Circle and hire women and still put out, racist ads
Right.
constantly.
Sure. Absolutely.
That's the thing that I think advertisers always get wrong.
Maybe it should be School Your Circle.
I mean, my God.
You know,
Yes,
maybe
I don't
send
know
them
that
wake up your circle.
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
we're all woke here, people.
You know what? They didn't think of it,
Not
but Roxane
specific
just did. So I think we coined that phrase and we keep it. How about that, ladies?
All right.
Does that work? I'm
School
good
your
with that.
circle.
I'm
Love
good
it.
with that. All right, now we're going to move on to our final segment of the day. You're going to like this one, Roxane. We are going to now move on to...
I haven't liked anything so far.
Now we move on to Does This Make Me Old? Does This Make Me Old? Part of the Enthusiastic Woman podcast. Now our topic today is something that I got very excited about. So, returning to television,
Yes.
the channel for all of us legal junkies, Court TV,
Yeah.
ending its long recess, coming back to cable and satellite television near you. Because I think part of the reason why I was so into it is that Court TV, it was launched back in 1991. So I was like just moving into college. So that's when you really are like, what can I just, dive into and just binge watch before we called it binge watching. So I remember watching Court TV, and then it went away in about 2008. Yeah, so people like just perked up. I'm like, yes, Court TV will be back, Mom, boss
Okay,
ladies.
hold on.
And I'll watch Court
I
TV.
didn't realize it ever went away.
Yeah, you
I'm
just
like,
thought it
it's
was-
coming back. But, I quit cable back. I was very early to start internet streaming and not doing cable. I quit all cable back in 2007.
Yeah, see,
and
that was about the
streaming
time.
really early. Well, I'm an early adopter.
Because
I'm techie like that.
What happened actually is Court TV was purchased and rebranded by Time Warner as True TV.
Right.
So it pivoted from what
Yeah,
would
I
be
don't
like
know what
full
any
coverage.
of that stuff is.
Well, True TV, honestly, other than showing a lot of that true crime aspect as well, it also had a lot of kind of like just Jackass style spoof television too. It wasn't just courtroom stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I think those genres survive because of the phrase, it's not misery loves company, it's misery needs company.
Well, is it
Right.
coming?
Somebody else's fate is a lot worse than mine.
Right.
It's like the proverbial everybody loves a good train wreck,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so bad you shouldn't watch, but you can't help it.
Right.
It better come back in a different way, because I'll tell you what, I can't stand regular television. It has to be in the form of like a Netflix, an HBO Go, a Hulu, something on demand. And my kids, since I cut my cable so early, they've never experienced regular TV. Like stuff is on at times, and there's commercials
Right.
and this
Yeah.
and that. Everything's just, you go to one of those.
On demand.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
we have Apple TV. and you just go to whichever thing and you just watch what you want, or you even just say it into the remote, like,
Right.
"Hey Siri, I want to watch RuPaul's Drag Race." That's mainly what we ask for. RuPaul's Drag Race. That's why I'm so used
Yes,
to saying,
Judy,
"Hey Siri,
yes.
RuPaul's Drag Race," and then it's just on, and then you watch whichever one from whichever season,
Well,
depending
to
on what mood you're in. But if it comes back as regular TV, it's going to be gone again.
Well, to your point, there is going to be a land-based contingent, so they are going to be streaming courtroom trials in their entirety. So they are going to do that. So they're going to put that all in, and they're going to do a variety of things because they are trying to break that cycle of what we expect when we watch a CSI or something where it's just distilled to only the interesting bits.
Yeah.
They are from the thought pattern of that everything is interesting about it. But what they'll also have is that they'll have
like Making of a Murderer.
Correct. So they'll have a lot of the behind the scenes. They'll have their what they had before. They're going to have experts that discuss all of these things. But back to your point, Judy, they are going to have a very robust live stream of the telecast. Then they're also going to have a library of older trials, and they're going to be able to via their website. They're going to give you the ability to quickly catch up with an ongoing trial. So you can kind of go, oh, did I miss anything? And they're going to be able to add that in as well. So they are taking care of all of those different aspects.
Will they have a logo on my Apple TV so I can just click into it?
I believe so. Because you can't, I don't think anything
dead
would
if
be...
they don't have that.
Yeah, I don't think anything is created without that in mind these days. And they're going to come up with distillable chunks and bite-sized chunks that people can go ahead and do as well. And then it'll be like what HDTV has now pivoted into, where there's people that just leave it streaming all day, and that's your background noise. And then there's also things that you can use just to sum up and pop in if you really just want it to be like the jalapenos in your day.
If they can recapture any of the kind of their past glory of the OJ trial, the Menendez brothers, the Anna Nicole Smith, I think they'll be a home run.
That is the goal. So they are going to try and do that. They are trying to launch in time to go all in on the upcoming Harvey Weinstein sexual assault trial. So that starts in New York in September. So they're making sure that they're up and running on that. And they're also going to have some smaller, what they consider far-flung cases as well. And one of the things that they're already promoting, which I think is super creepy, but the first thing that they're going to cover inside a courtroom is a case that's coming out of Covington, Georgia, and is the trial of some parents who have been charged with murdering their newborn baby after they had reported him missing in 2017. Now, that creeps me out, but it's good programming for this channel. Do I personally, that's the kind of things that I check out on when I do watch true crime, because it's something that is too close for me, and I don't find, we'll use the word entertaining, because we've used that before. But if you're court TV, that is the salacious type of, if you use the term in quotes, sexy court TV case, watching these parents go through this and going, okay, that's going to draw people in. I think that they really know what they're going to be good at, and they're going to hone in on it and probably hit the mark.
I wonder about the college admissions scandal, because that has the celebrity component in it.
Yes. So I do think that if anything was going to relaunch, now is a good time for Court TV to relaunch itself, because people will consume that content.
It's right in that whole reality TV genre that people seem to be addicted to.
Right. So, I mean, plus, it's easy but lazy programming.
Right.
You don't have to hire a bunch of writers. You just have to hire producers.
It's
and producers
cheap programming.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you have to hire producers that try and figure out how to make it look like an entertaining storyline, but it's definitely not going to cost them as much as an episode of Game of Thrones.
Right.
But they have to think beyond cable. They have to think to streaming. And to your point that you can put it on in the background, I can put CNN on the background, but from my laptop.
Right.
I don't have to do it
that
from
too.
cable. Someone like me who just doesn't think of like a TV as TV. I think of it more as streaming content through Wi-Fi, which I think everybody will soon. It just can't be that because there's no future in that.
Well, ladies, we have come to the end of another enthusiastic episode of our podcast. We do appreciate all the folks here from Covey and the Mom Boss 5K for letting us be part of this event. They're coming back, and they don't even look that damp for being out there and running a whole 5K in the rain. And so we appreciate you being part of the show, Roxane.
Thank you.
Please remind everybody where they can find all of your wonderful content.
Pockets of Joy, Deciding to Be Happy, Choosing to Be Free, an Amazon bestseller in multiple categories, available where books are sold or at RoxaneBattle.com, singular N, or pocketsofjoy.com.
Roxane, don't worry. By the next time you're on our Enthusiastic podcast, we will make sure that you have your own wolf hoodie. We're going to work on that.
Yes,
We'll
we
get
will.
you an honorary
Lady Wolf.
Picks. That's great.
Exactly. For everyone out there, we encourage you to be part of our Enthusiastic Woman community. You can go to Enthusiastic Woman on enthusiasticwoman.com. You can also be part of our Facebook page and our Facebook community by going to Enthusiastic Woman on Facebook and Instagram. You can find us at iBirthSuccess, and you can always email the show at ibirthsuccess@gmail.com. And we will see you all next time. Remember,
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.